Hold on, let me explain something to them real quick. Before everybody starts screaming and saying, oh, like I told y'all earlier, you motherfuckers entered the rapture. And if ain't nobody flying up to heaven right now, obviously all y'all motherfuckers going to hell. Right with me. So, let's get it. Oh, you already here. I'm so sorry. You can't get out. You're stuck. It's over. You heard the song a million times and you didn't even know. That's up, but I still love you. Hold on, let me
send out prayers to the ones that was lost last night. We're actually working right now to identify the families so we can help assist them through this tough time. You know, my fans really mean the world to me, and I always just really want to leave them with a positive experience. And anytime I can make out, you know, anything that's going on, I stop the show and, help them get the help they need, I could just never imagine the severity of the situation. We've been working closely with everyone to just try to get to the bottom of this. The City of Houston, HPD, Fire Department, everyone to, help us figure this out. So if you have any information, please just contact your local authorities. Everybody continue to just keep your prayers. I mean, I'm honestly just devastated, and I could never imagine anything like this just happening. And I'm gonna do everything I can to keep you guys updated and just keep you guys informed on what's going on. Love you all.
Stop the show. He was one of the fans who climbed the stage at Astroworld begging for them to stop the show because of the people who were being crushed by the crowd. And tonight, 18-year-old Aiden Cruz is sharing his experience with us about how close he himself came to death.
We're also learning he was there with one of his classmates who did not make it. Melissa Correa has his story.
Last Friday night, Aiden Cruz was booed as he begged for the Astroworld Music Festival to stop.
I mean, I forgive them. I forgive them because not everyone was in there to understand what I went through.
Aiden's cell phone video shows us he was farther back from the stage, yet so crammed into a crowd of 50,000, he couldn't even control his camera.
Shoulders to your face, hands over you, like my girlfriend had someone putting their arm above them, trying to use them as leverage to get above the crowd. Like there was people just doing anything they could to just survive.
Within minutes of Travis Scott taking the stage,
we ended up falling down on our backs, and people ended up falling on top of us.
The 18-year-old Heights High School senior says he fell back with his girlfriend and her best friend, Brianna Rodriguez.
And you're just like suffocating. You're like counting your last breaths.
And you did too.
Yes, and I went to a state where I accepted that I was gonna die.
As the crowd raged, Aiden prayed.
Prayed for him to accept me into heaven, accepting him as my Lord and Savior.
In that moment, a miracle. Aiden says he locked eyes with a friend who dragged him up from a pile of people. His girlfriend rescued too.
She's shaking, she's crying, and she's asking me where her friends are at, and I don't even know where they're at.
With no sign of Brianna, the basketball player made this split-second decision.
I just felt like no one else was gonna do it, and it would save Bree, and it would save those people that were beneath my feet.
We now know the concert continued. Emergency crews eventually reached Brianna. The 16-year-old Heights High School student is among the 8 who died.
Everything feels like it's not real.
This now viral video shows us how Friday night, Aiden Cruz tried to save his friend. Days later, his prayers continue.
And I also pray prayer over those who were injured and those who passed away, that they were given a chance to make it into heaven.
Melissa Correa, KHOU 11 News.
I wouldn't be surprised if cities across the country re-examine how they put on concerts like these going forward based on what we're hearing.
Yeah, you know, definitely a heroic young man, but he has a lot of healing himself to do now after what he has experienced.